What's going on, folks? It's Blake, Retro Game Preserver, and I wanted to show you my how I do one of my game rooms. I'm gonna actually move this game room. It's a little messy. I don't like where it is, but was just gonna show this part. This is where my collection started. This is where I started keeping it. But like over here, got the Jaguar that I've never hooked up. Various Sega accessories in this box and controllers and stuff like that. Like some kind of plastic that some stuff came in. But I've got like there you see the little expansion for the Sega CD version 2. Makes it longer so it fits the Genesis version 1. Just multiple controllers. I haven't even really tried to keep the cords straight. I mean, just lots of stuff there. Got a Menacer without the scope. I need to get that. Some other various things. I got a power pad back there, some Atari controllers. There's several Atari controllers, and I've never hooked up the Ataris. I keep a lot of my loose Sega stuff in here, and a couple of... this is just my discard pile for loose Genesis carts, and like a few boxed. Have a few boxed games in here from when I was completing my 32X collection, and I think I have like some of my duplicate Sega CDs, and then just a couple CIB. I haven't really started my collection on N64 and Super Nintendo CIB, so the ones that I actually have floating around, I just kind of keep in there. It helps keep it organized and everything. And then down here I basically just have N64 loose cartridges. You know, everybody kind of starts their collection wanting to play their games from their childhood and stuff. So these are dirty. I haven't cleaned a lot of them up. But, you know, this is just some of my loose cartridges. For whatever reason, I didn't... I've got, like... the Zelda gold cartridges in little plastic protectors. I don't know why I did that, but you know, I did. So anyway, there's those, and then down here I've got some. I kind of have to remember what's going on here. This is overflow from my NES loose cartridges. Then my Super NES cartridges are kind of loose here in the middle, and then these are duplicates. These are whatever I have double of or more, you know. I just put here. That way, if somebody wants to do some trading or whatever, I mean, they're all extraordinarily common, but usually somebody will just want 2 or 3 in exchange for, you know, maybe an N64 game or a Super Nintendo game, and I'm interested in that. So then I kept a list of my NES games, but it's kind of changed over time, so that list's probably not good anymore. It's hard to keep track because none of the lists seem to ask you if it's CIB or just loose. And I don't really care about the loose copies very much because they're just to play. But these, everybody that I knew, I asked whenever I first began collecting if they had any old NES cartridges. So these are just what I was able to come up with at the time. And in this drawer, you know, they fit pretty nicely. It keeps them semi-organized. So that was kind of cool, as long as it doesn't get any bigger than that. And then over here, we've got the NES. What's weird, the top loaders are so much better. You know, they're consistently able to play games and stuff like that. But they don't fit in an entertainment center. You just can't really use them unless they have a slide-out tray or a drawer that they sit on. But anyway, so there's that. There's my Genesis version 2 with the Sega CD version 2 and the 32X. Super Nintendo. I've been playing Snatcher. I don't have it, but I burned it. You know, downloaded and burned it. Oops. Shouldn't have said that. There's one of my NES's. There's a Sega Saturn. And then over here, this is when my collection got really sloppy. Okay, I don't have anywhere for this stuff. I'm transitioning everything to my other game room, but I've got to build shelves or buy shelves or whatever. So I've got this stuff in tubs. There's a lot of N64 stuff. Or my, you know, Pokemons, controllers. Here is, I've got 2 Xbox debug kits from the original Xbox. I got several original Xboxes. I used to be, see, there's the second one. These are not Halo debug kits. These are not Halo green Xboxes. These are debug kits. They have been modified with a soft mod to play retail games also. So you load up the XDK launcher, pop the game in, or put it on the hard drive, and it will play a retail game. These also have debug versions of Halo that are partially finished, have a lot of debug controls and things like that. Very cool. If you've ever seen that online, it came from this debug kit. So anyway, I got a few Nintendo Powers, and a few of them are kind of messed up. I've got a small Game Boy collection. That's actually not really a collection per se. That's my childhood, you know, collection. I've got a pretty big Dreamcast collection. Everybody talks it up. I really enjoy the Dreamcast. It's just I get sick of the games after a while. And then I really like Sega. I have a lot of Sega. I like collecting for Sega. I have 2 CDXs. This is not the one from my childhood. I got this one recently. There's my Genesis Model 1 with my Sega CD Model 1 and the 32X. Everything works there. Has all the connections. Here's my Master System version 1 and my Genesis version 3. So you've seen all 3 versions of the Genesis as well as the CDX in my collection. Here's my Game Gear collection, and it kind of went nuts. I was on eBay, and I just happened to buy just hundreds of these things in an auction for, you know, I probably got these things for 30 cents a piece. There's more. This thing's full also. I think it holds like 12 or 16. It's completely full. So I just have those things coming out of everywhere. A couple Master System controllers. And then here's a lot of Atari stuff that I don't even know what to do with. I just set it over here the other day just so I could see what I have. And there's another box under there. This is like the Sears one. I mean, it's just, these things are a dime a dozen at flea markets and stuff like that. I was too young, so I just don't even really care about it. I just happen to have it. I picked it up for ultra cheap. But anyway, so that's this room. This is kind of my disorganized, just loose room. But yeah, here it is. Hope you enjoyed it.